Okay, good morning guys. In today's installment, well, I'm running short of time, so I'm going to be producing short and sweet videos for you guys today. Today we're going to continue with the audio exploration into audio devices and their functionality. And as you know, audio is a very key component of any video. All right, a video without audio is essentially a PowerPoint slideshow. Don't waste your time, don't do it. It means nothing to your audience. Okay, you can do a very nice motion graphic slideshow without audio. You don't need to waste time. But if you pick up a camera and you are going to shoot, then I recommend you always record audio together with the video. Okay, you can always remove the audio at a later date if you don't want to, but having it there as an option gives you so much variety. It allows you to create content. All right, and I mean, give you a simple comparison. Turn off the sound right now and watch me yap. It means nothing. Right? The audio is super important, and you need to learn how to use professional gear so that you are, it can be of benefit to the production society. All right, the first thing we want to learn how to do is to learn how to use professional equipment. And the most important professional equipment that you're going to learn how to use is the XLR cable. This is called an XLR cable, and you can identify the XLR cable by the plugs. Okay, if you can see the plug, all right, the plug has 3 pins. This is the male plug, 3-pin males, and this is the female. Okay, I don't think it's focusing very well. Yeah, but essentially it's the opposite of the male. It's just 3 holes. Okay, and the reason why there are 3 holes is very simple. When you buy a professional piece of gear, the gear will also have 3 holes. All right, if you see a microphone that has an XLR connector, you know it was built for professionals to use. And this is the power of an XLR setup. Not this. All right, this microphone and this microphone could be of similar quality. Okay, but this one is an on-camera microphone, which I'll explain in a while. This one is meant to be used away from the camera. Remember I told you about microphones? The best position for a microphone is as close to the sound source as possible. That's right, the mic must be close to the object, but the camera cannot. The camera has to be further away and framing the scene. So getting the microphone close to the object requires you to stretch the cable. Now here's the problem. As you stretch cables, when I say stretch, I mean you lengthen the cable, okay? Sound deteriorates. You are introducing electronic noise to your signal. In other words, if you use a normal cable, not an XLR, but a normal telephone cable, as it reaches 10-15 feet, you will hear a lot of static, you will hear a lot of noise, and it's not professional at all. And don't believe anyone who tells you, I can remove that in post. Because the answer is you cannot remove everything. Okay, you can take away 50%, 60% of that noise, but there will always be a little bit left on the recording. Okay, so what professionals use is they use professional gear with professional XLR cables, and these cables are designed to remove the noise regardless of the distance. Okay, you can run these cables 10, 20, even 30 feet. All right, but nobody runs a cable for 30 feet. 30 feet is very far away. Okay, but usually I would use this at a range of about 15 to 20 feet max, because that's how far away I want to stand from an interviewee. Okay, I don't need to go any further. If I do need to go further, I will bring out my wireless kit and run a wireless microphone. Okay, that's a topic of a whole other video. I'll explain that at a later date. But today we're just going to learn XLR connectors and how to plug them in. And the answer is simple. In order to use this cable, you need professional gear. You can't take this and insert it into a DSLR. You can't take this and insert it into a small handycam. Okay, you need a camera that is able to accept XLR. You need to see that it has a female plug. And that, ladies and gentlemen, means that you can only use professional equipment like this. Give me a moment. This small little device is called a handy cam. All right, the phrase handy cam was invented by Sony for a new breed of newscasters. All right, these cameras are called ENG cameras, otherwise known as electronic news gathering cameras, and they are designed to fit in the palm of your hand like this. Okay. Now, a lot of people will argue that say that these cameras cannot fight the Sony A7R, the Lumix S1R, and all these funky new modern cameras. And the answer is simple. They are not designed to fight. They are designed to beat. That's right, you heard me right. These cameras are professional cameras. And they are not professional because the lens is good. No, the lens is average. They are professional because of all the features that are available to you on the outside of the casing. In other words, I can hold this camera up here, press record, and adjust whatever I want as I'm walking, as I'm shooting. Try doing that with your Canon DSLR. Not possible. You'll have to stop, open the menu, touch a menu, slide this, slide that, press record, and go again. Right? And your DSLRs can only shoot for a maximum of 30 minutes. These guys can shoot for years. When I say years, I'm not exaggerating. Plug the power in, press record. If the SD card is big enough, it will record on and on and on and on. It will never overheat. Okay? Pro camera. How much is this? 7,000. Hang on, 8,000, something like that. Okay? Plus all the accessories, this will go up to over 10. Okay? And let me be clear. This is not a toy lens. That's a Carl Zeiss sonar lens. Carl Zeiss. Google it. All right? Not a cheap lens. And it's in 4K resolution as well. And it will last you for 10 to 15 years. Your DSLR may not. Remember, professional equipment, made strong, made tough, made reliable, made with redundancies. So let me explain what a redundancy is. A redundancy is a system on a camera that has a backup. Okay? For example, in this scenario, there is a place for a microphone over here. See this? There's an empty hole right now. This is a redundancy. I can take this out, put in another mic. I can put any mic I want because it has XLR connectors. See this? Let me open this cap at the bottom here. See that? That's right, folks. That's an XLR connector. In other words, I could take this mic, this cable, this camera, and shoot anything I want. Okay, I can shoot a news piece, I can shoot an article, I can hang this on a pole, and it could be literally one of the most versatile cameras on the market today. So the question here is this: why isn't anyone using this? Why isn't this going off the shelves? Why aren't people rushing to buy this? And the answer is simple. Only professionals know the power of this. Every other DSLR that you see on the YouTube and on the internet was designed to sell. Camera manufacturers spend advertising money selling DSLRs because DSLRs is a money earner. Okay, let me be frank. Camera manufacturers don't make money from lenses. It's very, very slow sales. Anyone who buys a camera lens will keep the lens 5 years, 6 years, not a problem. And even if the lens gets spoiled, you can fix the lens and it goes back new. So lenses are not the major money earner for camera manufacturers. The major money earner is accessories, batteries, and camera bodies. Okay, camera bodies, every 6 months they'll add a new feature, call it something fancy, and then sell it off to you. You, the consumer, not knowing any better, will say, not bad. I could sell my old camera at 500 and get this one, and I will become better. All those features are already here. Everything you want is here. I don't even want to get into the details right now because that could be a 3-hour long video. But let me just be blunt. Buy a pro piece of kit. You become a pro. You may not shoot like a pro, but you get the professional benefits of professional gear. You get reliability, you get long run times, you get quality imagery, you get quality imagery, and you get quality sound. Okay, right, I know I'm digressing a little bit, but I'm just giving you an example of how to identify pro audio and pro camera gear. Okay, slightly later on I'll give a demo of this. When I say later on, I mean maybe in a few weeks time. This guy is complicated as hell to explain, but I will try to do it for you. Today we're just looking at microphones and XLR. Got it? All right, boom. Later when I explain the use of mixers, then these guys will come in really handy and we'll have a sound demo. Okay, right now I'm using my new fancy wireless headset that was given to me as a gift, and I think it's great because I can move further away and I can do walking pieces. Yay! All right, let's talk about the next piece of gear. This is the Rode Video Mic Pro. Let me repeat that for you. Video Mic Pro. It's meant for video. Okay, it's not meant for cinematography, it's not meant for professional productions. It's meant to be stuck onto the top of your DSLR. Let me get a DSLR. Alright, so this is the School's 750D. Okay, I think I did a quick demo of the 750D earlier. It sits in the hot shoe. This is called a hot shoe. Okay, and you know it's a hot shoe because there is a pin in the center. Can you see that pin? That's right. That pin sends an electrical signal to the flash and it fires the flash. Therefore, it has electricity, therefore it is hot. Okay? If you see something like this, something that looks like this without a pin, then it's called a cold shoe. And that is purely a support device. It's just to hold the flash or to hold a microphone. Putting on the microphone now, slide it on, screw down the tightener here like that. And now you have the perfect vlogging. Alright, I'm using the word blogging wrong. I think it's called vlogging camera. Okay, now why they made this is because these cameras have lousy microphones. Alright, hence the fact that they are not professionals. So the other camera, yeah, everything's built in. This guy, not so much. So you need to buy accessories to put on this device and make this device more professional. See how they make money now? Okay. Now, this camera was purchased specifically for a few features. Feature number one, it has a microphone hole at the side. See that? So this camera, this microphone, you plug it in, it sits like that. Turn on the video function, press record. You now have a very directional recording device. All right. When I say directional, is this guy records more towards the front in a cardioid shape. Okay, it looks like a heart. Okay. Some of these microphones are highly directional. The longer mics are highly directional. They're also called zoom microphones, and they can shoot greater distances. Okay. This mic is a semi-long microphone. Let me open up the sponge cap. This is called a sponge windshield. This is how a microphone would look if you take off the windshield. Okay. Now I usually use the microphone like this indoors, where there's no wind, there's no turbulence. This will give you the best quality. But if you're outdoors and there's a lot of wind running around, it will create a hum. All right, it will create a wind noise, and to get rid of that, you will use a disruptor. You will use a device like a windshield like this, or a dead cat, which is that big fluffy ball thing. I'll show you that in another day as well. Oh, I think I have one here. I'll show you in a while. Put it on like this, hold it like that, aim, action, and you can get stuff done. Okay. But when I see this on a camera, I know that this person isn't a professional, number one. Number two, his level of expertise would essentially be at vlogging level. Because like I said, to get the best sound, this mic must be near my mouth, not near the camera. Which is why we at KDU, well, basically Mr. Aaron and myself, and I think Miss Haja at that time, I don't know whether Miss Haja was here yet. I think she was. But we decided to extend the functionality of this device. In other words, we wanted to turn this into a more professional device by buying an extension cable, which is why all our Rode video mic packages, which are essentially in these blue Tupperwares, have everything that you need to get professional, clear, high signal to noise ratio sound. Okay, you want to remember that phrase, signal to noise ratio. You want your audio signal to be much louder than the background sound. Okay, and what happens here is this device, if you see, one end of this device is a female, because this microphone plug is a male. So we join the male to the female. Ta-da! We now have a very long cable. Okay, of course the other end of the cable is now a male. See that? Where does this male go to? That's right, folks, it goes to your camera. See how far it is now? Right, so you can now put the camera here 10 feet away, put this on a light stand, okay, or hold it or tie it to something and put the mic just beside the talent like this. And I can guarantee you the audio is going to be so much better than if you put this on the camera. Okay? Alright, so let me recap by saying this. Putting this on the camera isn't wrong. It is not wrong. How you use it determines whether it's right or wrong. If I put this on the camera and that person is standing 20 feet away, yeah, bodo. Alright? But if I'm sitting here like this and I'm doing a vlog and I'm about 3 feet away from the, in fact I'm not even 3 feet, I'm 2 feet away from the camera, then this microphone is perfect. Okay? And the reason why it's perfect is because I can now, when I turn the camera to shoot something else, that sound is emphasized. When I turn it back to me, my sound is emphasized. And if I shoot over there, that sound is emphasized. So as a vlogger, it's a fantastic tool. But as a professional crew, it isn't. The sound sucks. So professional crews need two people. One person to hold the mic and hang it on top of our heads like this and aim it like that. If I'm talking, fine. If he's talking or she's talking, fine. If that person is talking, fine. That is your sound guy. And slightly later, I'll break out a kit and build a sound guy or a sound recordist kit and show you how to get exceptional sound using consumer gear. That's right, folks. This is considered consumer gear. A lot of people on YouTube and the internet will sell this as a professional kit. Yeah, if you're a professional vlogger, fine. If you work in Hollywood, maybe not. All right, there are better microphones out there. And if you're interested to find out what kind of microphones there are out there, I recommend you look at the Sennheiser 416 model. Starting price 6,000 ringgit. 400. No need to go so far, all right? This Shure, this voice mic, which is an SM58 mic, is 15 years old. This is 800 ringgit versus this 400. Okay? Okay, so enough. I could go on, but I'm going to stop right now. But suffice it to say, get used to the idea of working with XLRs. If you want to rent and get a good sound into your camera system, come and get the Rode video mic, which is available to you. Okay? If you want to buy a microphone, go on YouTube and look at the reviews. Don't look at the reviews where the people say, this is good because I say so. Look at the reviews that give you sound samples of all of the different mics. And you make your own judgment. Okay? Tons of YouTube reviews out there. Your job is to watch them all. collect a consensus, make your own decision, and before you spend 5,000 on a Sennheiser, go listen to a Sennheiser. The shop that has Sennheiser will let you test it. Here's the crappy part. No one carries Sennheiser. They are so expensive that, in fact, you've never even heard of Sennheiser 416, have you? The BH, I think it's called BH 416. Yeah, they have no advertisements on it. You don't see it anywhere. It's because they are so specialty. It's because they are so renowned, so well known in the professional industry that they don't need to sell. And that is your goal, ladies and gentlemen. If you're turning pro and you want the best equipment, buy the professional stuff that isn't on YouTube. Learn to find what the professionals are using. Sennheiser is one of them. You've got Deity, Aperture Deity. You've got Rode. Yeah, these are the cheaper ones. Okay, Rode has expensive mics. Those are much better than this. Okay, Boya, Techstar, anything that comes from China that costs 60 to 70 bucks isn't a professional microphone. With that said, they can produce professional sound. You just need to get the mic here. All right. Professional gear, if you buy a telescoping mic or a zoom mic, the mic can be further away and the sound will be fantastic. All right, it's 21 minutes. I've talked long enough. Hopefully this video has had some meaning to you. If you have any questions, shoot me a WhatsApp and I will explain further. If I have time later in the day, I'll do another video regarding something else. I haven't decided yet, but till then, adios. Bye-bye.